So, okay, now we're going to get into the best movies of 2018. 2, 5, 7. And this is a kind of a really, really big topic, so we're going to spend some time on it because there was so many good movies this year. A lot of really good flicks that we went and seen. Some of them we went and seen together. Some I was really excited for. Some I was kind of like, oh, maybe this might be good. But let's get into these movies because a lot of these movies we actually did a review on Ben's channel on as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What was your favorite movie of 2018, Ben?
Well, it's kind of obvious. It was Pocahontas. I mean, I watched Avatar. It was the same thing. My favorite movie was Avengers: Infinity War. It was because it drew in so many characters. It brought in what the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been building towards for a long time. And when it all came down to it, it left to the whole theater or the whole world basically gasping and holding their breath to the point where they were in tears, causing problem. Like, I can't believe what happened. And
I've never been in a theater where everybody was like, "What?
Yeah,
what just happened?"
Like, I never seen a movie in my life where someone that just stopped and they're like, "Oh."
Oh, okay. I didn't feel like that because I read the comic book and I saw the animated series.
But the thing is, like, yeah, I've done the same thing. But to see the reaction of everyone else to do it it shows what kind of effect it's causing on people. From that moment when that happened, the internet blew up, and there was about 20,000 or more videos of people crying, saying, "Oh no, they killed my blah 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 blah, they killed blah, blah, blah," and they're all crying, they're all emotional, and you had the people on the chat rooms going like, "Shut the fuck up, Buttercup, and freaking Snowflake, cut it out." There
was that one guy in the theater we were in who went, "No!" I heard him all the way in the back. I was like, "Oh my god!"
But that's my favorite movie. And the second runner-up for me, honestly, and not many people liked the movie, but I thought Creed 2 was great. Like,
everybody says it's really good. I have to see it, especially that fact that the sequel to it's pretty much the designated sequel to Rocky 4.
It was, in some sense, it was. But the reason I like it is because no matter how many times I've watched a Creed or Rocky movie, I always feel like, it's inspirational, and there's always drawn of some sort of inspiration. When you watch the first Rocky, it was basically about an underdog who would never make it, and then finally they gave him a chance, and he lost a fight, but he became famous. And then the second one was about the underdog basically rising above his triumphs and his faults and stuff like that and becoming famous. Third one led to like, oh, what if someone tries to step on this person after he's famous? And then fourth one, it's like the communist countries coming to America, and that's my favorite one out of everything when Ivan Draco came in and everything.
Played by Dolph Lundgren.
And then the fifth one, I take it or leave it. I don't really like the Street Fighter one. It wasn't great, but it was about a beaten down a boxer who couldn't fight, and he was trying to live his life, but you had the cocky bitch who wanted to fight.
But that Rocky 5 has the best inspirational speech in a movie I think ever.
No, it does not.
Why?
Rocky Balboa has the most inspirational speech when he's talking to his son in the street, saying like, "Don't ever let anyone step on you. Do what you want. Go for your dreams and strive for what you want to do." That was the best inspirational speech.
Well, no, but yeah, Rocky 5 was when he was going on. It's like, it's not how much you can get hit. It's how much you can keep on getting hit. That was 6?
That was 6.
Screw that. The best inspirational speech was from freaking Independence Day.
No.
Okay.
So you're right. 6. So you're right. You're right.
6 is my favorite. And like I said, when it came to Creed 2, it's like what the thing about it was the whole storyline was so derived to like, Creed never knew his father, and he gets to know his father more deeply in this one. He understood his triumphs and his turmoils, and when he was trying to face the Russian. And when he finally met the Russian, he's like, this is ridiculous. Like, you kill my father. I really want to fight you, not your son. And he's fighting his son, and he lost it, and he got literally beaten down to almost where he died. Like, just like in the original Rocky 4, where Rocky realized this is not the fight you should do. You cannot do this. He's trying to tell him, I watched your father die. and it's inspiration. It's like he's not doing it for his father; he's doing it for himself. He wants to prove something in himself, and the reason I say it's inspirational is because every Rocky or Creed film I watch makes me want to get out and stop being fat.
But I also heard that this is where I want to see it, because it doesn't make Ivan Drago to be a bad guy in this one.
No,
you get to see the whole story of his son, and like he's not such a bad guy.
You see it in this one, and in this film itself, that Ivan Drago, after the fourth film, he literally lost everything. After he lost to Rocky Balboa, when Rocky went back to America, he literally was like shunned throughout the country. Like, you lost for our country. You are a piece of shit. Like, we don't like you. We don't want any part of you. And he basically said, well, I'm going to raise my future son to become a boxer to take revenge out on anyone who basically doubted me and treated me like crap. And he used his son to begin the film to take out his revenge on everyone that made him seem like he was a piece of crap. Yeah. And towards the end of the film, you see the more humanistic side of Ivan. Like, he goes, I can't do this again. I killed this kid's father. In the ring, and I don't want this to happen. I don't want my son to kill his son and cause history to repeat itself. And
I have never seen a Rocky movie, nor do I care.
Rocky movies are good.
Never seen one. Have no interest.
The only thing that worries me, like I said, is the sequels. If they make more, Rocky has to die. Because he's gone through cancer and chemo.
He's gone through everything.
He's got his hair back after chemo, after looking like death. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
But at this point, like I said, the only way they can do that is if they make Mr. T's son, or the Street Fighter comes back, or maybe, I don't know. I can't figure that out. Like how they're gonna do a sequel. They got to make a sequel to it, something like that. But it's just the guy who plays Apollo, his son. He does such a good job. Like you feel for him. You do when he's in the hospital and he's on death's door. And he's just, I don't know, man. It's really great.
Yeah. No, I've heard absolutely great things about that movie. So I can't wait to actually see it.
Worst film of the year, The Post.
Oh, that was one of the best movies. All right, Bazinga, what do you think?
My favorite movies were Ready Player One.
Okay, now why?
Because all of the hype you gave me.
Okay.
This guy at work every day, man. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I read this book like 57 times. I listened to it 20 times over. Yeah. I cannot wait for it. And I'm like, what's it about? And he told me. I'm like, that sounds pretty damn awesome. And then we went and saw it, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody was really good.
That was a really good movie, which we did a review for, but it never made it to the internet.
Not yet, anyway.
I don't think it's going on. It's just.
It was crap.
It's too late now.
But yeah, no, everything is crap. No, I really enjoy those movies. But yeah, that's mine.
What's your worst film?
I'm trying to remember what movies.
The Post. I
never saw it.
Don't need to. It's the worst.
The 71 worst movies. Oh, I heard Slender Man was pretty bad.
Actually, I'm looking at the list. Go ahead, Nate. Tell me your favorite while we look through this here.
So, all right.
Oh! Go ahead. I have one I could say.
What do you want to say?
Veronica.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, we'll get into that in a minute, okay? We'll get that as a subtopic as we're doing this. Okay, so my absolute favorite movie, there's two of them. And it was such a toss-up because there was so many good films. Hereditary was absolutely amazing.
Oh, yes.
A Quiet Place was stunning. So, and I'm sure some of you would think that would have been one of those two movies of my choice, but it's not, because I really have a knack for multiple storylines being drawn together. Okay, so
wasn't bad.
And I also have kind of a epiphany for psychopaths and David Tennant.
Me too.
Okay.
Epiphany? You have an epiphany for what?
No.
I don't think you used the right word.
Not epiphany.
I had an epiphany the other day. David Tennant.
No,
what?
No, an affinity. Sorry, an affinity. Not epiphany, an affinity. Anyway, so so the two movies that came to the top of the list were Bad Samaritan, absolutely freaking amazing, and it's funny because the main character made me think of an Irish Pat Country. I don't know why, but it did, because he kind of looked like him. But David Tennant played the absolute best psychopath I have pretty much ever seen on film since like a Hitchcock film. He was, I can't express how great he was in that movie. He is definitely one of the best actors of our time. But I think my favorite movie, even though that was really, really close runner-up, like I want to pick Bad Samaritan because it's definitely absolutely one of the best films, and you need to go watch it. Is Bad Times at the El Royale was friggin' amazing. And it's because it's one of these movies that takes a whole bunch of storylines from a bunch of characters and tells them individually, and it slowly pulls them together. And there's crime, and there's murder, and there's somebody who went to war, and there's this horrible hotel that's been around for a while, and Chris Hemsworth playing a Charles Manson-like character. Mm-hmm. And it is friggin' amazing. And John, what's his name? John Hamm played absolutely stunning role as well. Just so many good actors, like absolutely beautiful film. One of the best films ever made, I think. It needs to win more than a few awards. Really, really, really enjoyed the film. And there was so many things that happened in the film that really took you by surprise. They're like, yo, they're not going to do that. Holy crap, they just did that.
There's one more bad movie. I don't know if you've seen it before.
What?
1517 to Paris.
Oh, no. But,
horrible.
So, aside from those movies I just mentioned, and I understand it's a certain audience that likes those movies. Ben doesn't like The Post, obviously. But if you are a fan of history and films that recreate what happened in history, The Post is one of the most stunning pieces of film that express what happened to journalists when there was a chance that their freedoms were about to be taken away. And it was absolutely friggin' great. In every character, they had an A-cast of characters in the whole movie. There was no like B-cast actors. They were all named actors. Really, all of them had huge careers. Obviously everybody knows by now it won a whole bunch of awards, and for good reason. But you have to be a certain type, which I understand why Ben doesn't like it. He's not the type of person that would, so I completely understand.
Let me give you the synopsis of the film. Ready? Don't post it.
Okay.
No, post it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't post it.
What? But okay.
No, don't post it. Okay,
right.
no, post it.
You want me to post it?
No, don't post it.
Oh.
Post it.
Post it?
Yeah, don't post it.
Okay.
You'll get in trouble if you post it.
Oh.
Don't post it.
But I posted it already.
Okay, what? You posted it? Okay. There you go. That's the whole movie, guys. Yeah. That's the whole movie.
Yeah, and it took place, and obviously, and one of the best things about the film is that the last scene in the whole film led up to the incident of Watergate. And obviously, we know what happened to Watergate. It led up to the impeachment of Nixon and getting rid of his lying ass. So, if you are a fan of history and you want to see something reenacted, that's absolutely a stunning film done by absolutely amazing actors. In a part in our history that was absolutely great. And I think a movie that's going to follow up to that's going to be just as good is RGB. RBG, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is also going to be an amazing film in a couple of weeks. I think it comes out, actually. But obviously I absolutely enjoyed Hereditary. Hereditary is by far my favorite horror movie right now, still this day. But it's absolutely amazing. And same thing with A Quiet Place is really great movie. I recommend anybody go see those movies. If you love horror movies, you need to go see them. You need to go pick that DVD up, Blu-ray, whatever.
And if you want to sit through an hour of torture, a boring movie in general, other than The Post, go watch Veronica.
Yes, okay. So, worst movies of the freaking year. So, me and Ben both heard about this movie. Oh, it's so scary. It's a scary... People can't even sit through it. They puked through it. Okay. Okay.
So scary.
And it was called Veronica, and it was on Netflix. So I was like, Ben, I'm going to watch this movie. It can't be scary. There's no way. It's this scary. So I watched it, and I was like, is this a horror movie? Are they sure they got it in the right genre?
It was just it was disgraceful. They hyped it up so much. They go like, oh my god, this movie is so horrible for horror that people can't finish it. People are actually going to get like checked watching this, and they're worried because it's that bad. I'm like, well, all right, well, we'll see. And then I watch. I'm like, oh my
did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah. I'm like, is it gonna get better anytime now? I find movie end. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, that was it? I wasted an hour or so out of my life. I probably could have made a video, played a game. I could have probably contemplated, like what I'm gonna do in my life. But I wasted an hour of time for this.
Yeah, and the best thing about that movie was the nun, though. I think
she had
the chain smoking nun.
Yeah, she had like 5 minutes of airtime. That's the only
but
part
she was like the best character, though.
You don't want to go over there. No, don't do it. If you do that, you're gonna get in trouble. Don't do that.
So one movie that I watched, which was pretty bad, was The Hurricane Heist.
Oh God!
I don't even know if that.
Oh my God!
Did I even make it to theaters, or was that like
it was
a Netflix?
in theater for like a day, and then they went,
Really?
"Okay, this is bad."
Oh, it was so awful. It was very predictable, and the actors are so one-off. It was terrible.
Oh my God!
The only main actor was the actress from that was Taken.
Okay, so I want to. Okay.
But one thing, what was the most different type of movie that you didn't expect? Like
Hereditary.
No, because I was expecting big things from that anyway.
No, I wasn't expecting it to be like a mind meld when you
like the most different thing you see in a movie, like how that one movie that used an iPhone to record the whole movie and stuff like that.
Oh wait, yes, okay, that movie. Okay, by far, yes. That movie was absolutely amazing, and it was shot with a damn iPhone. It was really good. I can't think of the name of that movie offhand. But I'll bring it up. And
the most mind-meld movie was Annihilation.
Yes.
Okay,
all right.
So that was not expecting to leave that theater with like a big question mark above my head, going, what I want? What did I want? What did I just watch? But and I just throwing this category out there real quick. Worst in TV this year, The Connors and Roseanne, and Titans.
Oh shush! It was. You can't say
Connors, Roseanne, Titans.
Yeah, but you refused to watch Titans.
I watched 5 episodes. They ruined it.
That's funny.
I told you I'll call you back.
Yeah. So, I will look up what the hell movies did I watch this year. I'm sure I have it on my Regal. Yeah.
Deadpool 2 was pretty good.
Yeah.
The biggest disappointment for me, not the worst movie, but the biggest disappointment was Solo.
It was good.
It was good, but I wanted more. I don't even know how to explain it. I haven't seen it yet, but the biggest surprise that I've noticed is Bumblebee. It is being said that it's the best movie, Transformers movie made.
It's a reboot.
So I would say
no. It's just it's further in time.
It's a reboot of the whole franchise. They said.
Really?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I was.
It's G1.
The movie that really surprised me, I didn't think I was gonna like, is Game Night.
I liked Tag. It wasn't bad either.
That Tag looked good too. That John Hammond too.
Yeah. Game Night. Yeah.
Game Night was actually really good. That movie that we were talking
video
about
is Unsane.
Unsane.
I just found it.
Yeah. It's Unsane. Another really movie that I didn't even mention that I completely forgot about. Isle of Dog was freaking really good. Really good movie.
Halloween was good. I was kind of disappointed with it was hyped, but it was okay though.
Have you seen the Suspiria movie yet?
I haven't watched the remake of Suspiria, but the original Suspiria was great. But the remake's supposed to be more modern take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another movie I completely forgot about. That actually would have made Closer to the Top if I actually thought about it. Hotel Artemis was freaking amazing.
Apparently, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is huge. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying it was amazing.
Oh, my God. Hot garbage fire.
They are on drugs.
Yeah. Let me
so,
save you guys time. A 2099 Spider-Man shows up in the end. It goes back to 1970.
So,
there you go.
Real quick, what was you guys' worst theater experience this year?
What was the movie we went to see and that guy? Well, here's an experience. So it was the trailers didn't even start yet. And we're sitting there, Ben and I just talking, and this guy in front of us is like, "Hey, we're trying to watch this. You need to shut up."
That was Solo, I think.
Was it Solo? Oh my god! I want to slap the guy. I'm like, really?
Oh, what a!
This isn't even a trailer. It was a commercial.
And he was talking louder than us, anyways.
Yeah, it wasn't even a trailer that was playing. It was like a commercial for one of the trailers. Rich Asians or whatever the hell it was.
Oh yeah,
it was one of the commercials they had for it. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? You yelling at me for talking? The lights are still on.
Thing for Asians, apparently. He really wouldn't watch.
It was ridiculous. He was like,
yeah, that's just ridiculous. I would say my worst experience is because when I first saw Annihilation this year, was coming home from Providence, right? And I was like, let's just swing in Showcases on the way. We'll go see it at Showcase. Okay?
Showcase.
And I hadn't been to Showcase in like 4 years or so. 4 or 5 years, something like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I was like, I used to love Showcase. It was horrible. The worst sound I've ever seen. Worst screen. It was just horrendous. It was so bad, actually. We went back to see Annihilation 2 days later at Regal, and it was a way better experience. I actually really enjoyed the film. Granted, if you are a fan of the book, you are going to be a little disappointed. But you do have to realize that screenplay was written before the original book was even done. So you do have to give the guy a little credit. It's on its own, it's a really, really good movie. But try not to compare it to the book at all. The book is absolutely 1,000 times better as a story, yes. But you want to read the whole trilogy, ARDX trilogy, though, because it is a complete story. And it's really well done. But standalone, it's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. But that was my worst theater experiences at Showcase, and I will never go to Showcase again.
How about you, Ben?
That was it.
Oh, the same thing? Yeah.
No other bad experiences, Ben?
No, I haven't been to the theater in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I did get $50 in tickets. So.
Oh, there you go.